Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back today for war number 9 of season number 23, and we got a bunch of fights today. So starting off with a 6-star ranked 3 Annihilus. We're going to be going in here with Sorcerer Supreme. I think we're on path 6? Yeah, I think we're on path 6 here. This node has the Aggression Fury. But we are able to parry. Normally when I've been fighting Annihilus, it's on path 9, which I am in section 2, and we're not able to parry stun, so it was very nice to be able to stun Annihilus. I'm like, oh, that makes this fight just so much easier. Yeah, things are going pretty well. Annihilus with max Mystic Dispersion using Sorcerer Supreme. We're just trying to get to our special 3 as quickly, or any specials as quickly as possible. We got a Mystic boost, so we power steal quite a bit with that special 2. And then get enough to go to our special 3. We took one special 1 to the face, but through our regen and willpower, we're already back to 95%. It's all good. And yeah, we're going to drop the special 3. It's going to do quite a bit of damage, but it's also going to give us power back. So we should have another special queued up here, and then this dude should be dead. So we're both special 2s. I don't want him to use his, so I just hold my block, let him come to me, dash back, throw my special, fight's over, finish 99%. We're looking good. So there's my my alarm going off. I was trying to wake up at a decent time to do these war fights. And then next up here we have an Elsa Bloodstone. So I got confirmation from an alliance mate that this player here did not place with the Suicide Masteries. So I know going in here that I'm perfectly safe, because if a very common thing to do when placing Elsa on defense is to have whoever places the Elsa place with Suicide Masteries, because when Elsa is bleeding and whoever she's facing is not of the mutant class, they actually passively degen a pretty decent amount. So it's just like a trap, basically. So yeah, as long as she doesn't have suicides, we're fine. And if she does have suicides, then just bring in a mutant, and then you can get around the degen. But it might not want to use a mutant for the Elsa, depending on her path and the nodes that she has. So yeah, we're going with Sorcerer here. This is not like some ideal perfect matchup, but it's not a bad matchup. We're nullifying her precision buffs, which is giving us some Mystic Dispersion, which is nice. I've been running, pretty much always been running 5 out of 5 MD lately. It's just like my non-suicide build that I've been rocking with, just because it's cheap, honestly. Like normally it's between like running max deep wounds or max MD. I could run both without suicides, but I do like to run some other masteries like max limber, max petrify, and yeah, Mystic Dispersion is just way cheaper than deep wounds. It doesn't even cost units. It only costs gold to put in Mystic Dispersion. So yeah, it's much more easy to afford than deep wounds, because deep wounds, like the 4th and 5th point, are like 9-10 units a piece or something like that, man. It's crazy. So yeah, like I said, I'm not running deep wounds right here because I only had one Nick Fury fight for this war. It was just this void right here. This is a 6-star rank 3 void, a pretty beefy void, and on this node I'm not able to stun him pretty much at all. If I do stun him when the reflection timer is on cooldown, then there's one-eyed open, which I've died to earlier this season. My only death so far this season. So I really don't want to mess with that. So got to be very careful on this fight. I'm not dying to this node again, that's for damn sure. So yeah, it's a beefy void. I don't have deep wounds, but I really wasn't worried, because we're using Nick Fury. We have 2 lives essentially. If I die once, it's all good. I'll go into my second life, and then I'll start playing like serious. Like right now, dude, I'm kind of just screwing around. I'm really not worrying about his degen. I'm not worrying about block damage. I'm not really worrying about anything, because I got a second life to rely on. I don't care. So I'm just kind of playing like, let me just smash him. I would throw special 2s here, but the special 2 has a 50% chance to stun. And like I've said, we don't want to stun on this fight, so we're gonna avoid using the special 2 unless it's like a killing blow. Then I'll go ahead and use it. But yeah, you see, I dash in the middle of his special 1 to get close to him. That's just so that I can punish it. I would dex it normally, but because Void's a stubborn defender, if I do dex it, then he's just going to be indestructible. So I dex the first part, block the second part, get rid of the indestructible, because I'm not really able to build up destructible charges, even though Nick Fury is a stubborn attacker, because you need to parry to do that. So yeah, I can't really do it here. I could parry when it's on cooldown, and then just like make sure I don't have any bleeds up or anything like that, and try to stack up some charges, but it's not worth it, I don't think. So yeah, hit a nice intercept right there, punish the first part of his heavy attack. This fight's going great, man. You can see we got tons of time left. I'm really not worried at all, and I've gotten him low enough that I'm going to go ahead and go for a special 2 here. So I'm going to take a blocked hit and then just drop the special 2. I know it's going to kill. And there's Void down. So, it didn't matter. I didn't have deep wounds. So, but, like after the fight, I'm like, yeah, I definitely made the right call. Wasn't worth it to go spec deep wounds. It would have just been kind of a waste of units because I didn't need it. And then we have a 6-star rank 3 thing. I think this is a rank 3 thing on another Stunning Reflection node on path 9 here. So this one doesn't have one-eyed open though, so when that node is on that timer is on cooldown, we are able to parry, and then we'll be able to build up some destructible charges, which I will do. So get this guy right up to 15 stacks. Gonna go ahead and bait out a special attack here, but I'm also going to be parrying, like I said, while that's on cooldown, just to build up some destructible charges. We got 4 of them, which is good, because it's really annoying when you don't have any of them. When you dex, then he's indestructible, and then if the timer's not on cooldown, you can't parry. You just have to straight up take a blocked hit, which can be a lot of damage. So yeah, just trying to take the least amount of damage as possible. Here, push him right to 15, 1 bar of power. Everything in this fight's going great. I've done this fight it's probably like my 5th time doing this fight in particular on this node. So yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with it. Very good at fighting things. So right here, he's at 14 rock stacks. I'm like, all right, I need to nail this intercept. Boom, nail the intercept. I was like, perfect. And then Thing, he was like, oh, you intercept me, I'm gonna intercept you. So right here, I'm about to get intercepted back. He pulls out an Uno reverse card on me. Where is it? I think it's right here. Yeah, look at that, man. He just straight up intercepts me. He didn't even touch his block. He was mad that I intercepted him there. He had to get me back. So it got tagged a little bit. I was like, okay, that's all right. I still got a lot of health to work with. It's fine. We're almost done this fight. Dex a little bit against the wall. One more combo in the special 2, and Thing drops. So I'm like, all right, perfect. I'm only supposed to have 2 more fights this war, and I'm using Sorcerer Supreme for both of them. So again, it didn't really matter if I took damage with Nick Fury or Void, because that was their only fights for this war. So next up here we have an Emma Frost mini boss, 6-star rank 3 Emma. That's a pretty cool rank up, man. But I've done this fight a few times before. It's very easy, very comfortable fighting Emma Frost, evading her special 1, no problem. So gonna go for some reparries at the start here, just to try to build up some destructible charges, and yeah, we're gonna also try to get the armor break on her so that we can just take her out of diamond form. So yeah, gonna get those reparries going and drop a special 1 here. So the really only thing to worry about on this fight is to not throw the same special attack 2 times in a row because of the hurt locker. As long as you avoid that, you'll be fine. One thing I do make a pretty big mistake in this fight though coming up. I didn't realize, I've done this fight so many times that I didn't even realize the special 1's unblockable. I just dex it out of habit. I never realized that it was actually unblockable. So at one point I go to block it, and to my surprise, it doesn't work. So yeah, make sure you are always dexing them on this node. I just honestly just forgot, because I normally, when I fight Emma, even if I don't have to dex, I usually do. So yeah, that threw me for a bit of a loop, but other than that, this fight's very easy. So we're gonna go to the special 3 where we have the attack phase up. So I think we had the attack phase up, so now we'll bank the armor break rune, and every time we go ahead and use a special attack, we'll apply an armor break. So yeah, right here I go to block it and I just get hammered. I was like, oh, it is unblockable. Okay. All right. Duly noted. I will make sure to evade those in the future. So she applied a power sting to us, so we just chilled while we had that. Didn't want to throw a special attack, and we healed up a little bit from willpower. So it's all good. We're also getting some regen from our passive regeneration stack, so we're healing up. It's all good, and I'm hoping that one more special attack does the trick. Special 2 doesn't crit, so it doesn't quite kill her. One more combo though, and she goes down. So that was supposed to be my last main fight, and then I was supposed to have the Magneto Boss. Taters right here. He was supposed to take this Sorcerer Supreme mini boss. So he's going to take it with magic. So he graciously allowed me to use this this clip from my video. If you guys aren't already subscribed to Taters, you should definitely check him out. A link to his channel will be in the description below. You should really check out his Immortal Abomination videos, man. I've been telling you guys that I really want Immortal Abomination. It's all because of Tater's war videos, dude. He's done some really nutty stuff with Immortal Abomination. So against Sorcerer Supreme here, he's just trying to build up to his special 2 so that he can start infinitely power locking her. And he's doing a great job here. However, Sorcerer Supreme's L2 is unblockable, and he just took it to the face. She broke right through his block and killed him. And we were already losing this war by like a lot. Like, this was the worst war we've had since like season 20 against Kenobi. It's been just a god-awful war for us. So he asked if I could clean it up. I'm like, yeah, sure. He said with Nick Fury or Void. I was like, okay. I'm like, I think I'll use Nick Fury just because I'll have 4 lives with him instead of 3. I'll be able to take 4 special 3s and not die. Whereas Void, I'd only be able to take 3 with an invulnerability boost, which I use to play it safe. So she's at 83%, 6-star rank 3 sorcerer, and we're going to just go in here with Nick Fury, man. And yeah, we're just going to do the regular combos, apply the bleeds. And guys, strap in for a long fight. So this fight has 100% increased or 100% improved power gain. So what that means is that it basically doubles natural power gain, or like power gain buffs, that sort of thing. It doesn't change combative power rates, or like hitting or getting hit, but for any kind of passive power gain effects, it basically doubles it. And Sorcerer Supreme here has a natural power gain, so that's double. So you can see her power ball, her bar of power just slowly going up, very steadily, very rapidly. And so that's annoying, right? That's why you normally want to go for a power lock option here. What this fight also has though is Aspect of Evolution, which Aspect of Evolution, what it does is every time the defender crosses a bar of power threshold, they get a bunch of bonuses. These bonuses include increased attack rating, increased critical resistance, so you're less likely to crit, increased, I think, block penetration, like all kinds of stuff. And it's every time they cross a bar of power. So as you see, Sorcerer Supreme just keeps on crossing 1 bar of power. I have the invulnerability boost to tank special 3s because I was fully expecting to tank a couple special 3s. As you see, she hasn't thrown a single special 3. I'm looking at this, I'm like, all right, we're 2 minutes in. We still have 3 whole minutes. We've gotten her down about like 40% from where we started. So I'm like, all right, we should be all right. Let's just keep this pace up. Let's keep doing our thing here. We got her debuffs on us, healing us up for gold power. As you can see, the block damage is adding up a fair bit. That was a 3,000 damage parry, which for a parry is quite a bit, because the Aspect of Evolution keeps on ramping her up. So yeah, those debuffs, they're stacking up, but they are healing me from low power, so that's good. And yeah, we're getting pretty deep into this fight, but at this point, as you can see, man, she's actually regenning up a lot when I don't have a lot of bleeds on her. I am running Despair, but she has 8 of those passive regeneration stacks, so that's healing her up, man. And my damage output, I'm not critting at all. I've pretty much, she has so much critical resistance at this point that I'm not landing any critical hits. And remember, I also don't have deep wounds on. Now, I debated putting on deep wounds for this fight, but I was like, no, I shouldn't need it. We're just cleaning it up. We'll be able to take a couple special 3s. No big deal. I was wrong. I really underestimated the Aspect of Evolution, and my damage output is just non-existent here, man. I'm really not doing much damage output. The regen is just healing her up a ton. She's getting so much regen. She's like regenning more than I'm doing here, man. I'm not really getting any headway in this fight now. She's also going indestructible. And at this point, one blocked hit is probably enough to kill me. Just one single blocked hit. You see I take a parry there. One parry did 25,000 damage. 70% up. One block, not even a blocked hit, a parry. A parry. Imagine if that wasn't a parry. I don't know if it's block penetration or she like turns off block proficiency with Aspect of Evolution, but a parry did 25k damage, dude. Ridiculous. So, yeah, I throw my special 3, then she throws her special 3. Again, I still have all the hits on my invulnerability boost. I haven't been touched a single time up until this point. And you might be thinking, Lagacy, dude, you're dumb. Why didn't you just kill off the first Nick Fury? You get a massive Fury. You could have killed her. And the reason is because she has the nullification aura off her special 1. So here I do decide to do that because I'm looking like, all right, I'm going to time out here. But she would have nullified my Fury, man, for sure. At some point, she would have thrown a special 1, and the nullification aura would have just straight up nullified my Fury. Once I did get that Fury, we started doing some damage. Maybe if I would have activated it a bit sooner, I could have killed her, perhaps. But, you know, if I did it at the wrong time, she definitely would have just nullified it. And, yeah, we timed out. We didn't get hit for 5 whole minutes against that Sorcerer Supreme. Honestly, I wasn't mad. Like, I wasn't even mad after that. I was just laughing, dude. I was like, that is honestly hilarious. Honestly, I was laughing. Like I said, this war, at this point, we were already losing by a ton, so, like, it didn't really matter. We already lost the war, essentially, so... You know, I wasn't, that didn't matter, that whole aspect of it. I've already died this season, so it's not like I lost a perfect record. And I just thought it was funny, dude. Honestly, like, it's kind of cool that I survived for 5 whole minutes when her attack was that high. Like, I played pretty well for 5 minutes straight, like, not getting touched at a point where 1 blocked hit or 2 blocked hits essentially would kill me. So honestly, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. That's why I didn't fast forward any of it. I just left it on regular speed because honestly, I'm impressed. I was impressed with myself for surviving that long. Yeah, I just think it's funny. It's all good. Not at all mad that I died because it was a timeout. Not even. It still is technically a death, but it's all good, man. And it's better because I didn't want Taters to have to, you know, revive and then use a ton of potions to heal his magic on a war that, you know, like, we're losing anyways. So yeah, save him some items too. And yeah, now we get to the final boss here, and it is a 6-star rank 3 Magneto Boss. So we've seen a couple of these before. I've soloed every single one with Sorcerer Supreme. It's a very easy fight with Sorcerer Supreme. You pretty much just get the slow up, get the regen up, and bait heavies. That's it. It's so simple. She's so good for it. Her ability to just take nearly infinite block damage in a lot of circumstances. She can just regen it back, and it's so insane. And then her ability to apply a slow on this fight. That's what makes this fight so difficult, is not being able to get openings. But because she can apply a slow, it allows you to just bait out with heavy attacks and not have to worry about the unstoppable. What also is really good here is the, I think it's called the adaptive node, not sure. It's on the boss fight where they basically cycle between energy resistance and physical resistance buffs. With Mystic Dispersion, we can just nullify those. So yeah, that's nice. And just more power to get off more special attacks quicker. And yeah, after that timeout, you know, going into this fight, it felt so much easier. That last fight got to a point where it was just insane, man. When I took that parry, I was like, I just saw my health just get more than cut in half. I was like, what, bro, what? Are you serious? Like, oh my god. That fight was so crazy, dude. But yeah, we're about 2 minutes in. We've already taken off 50%. We're looking pretty good here. I am running a 200% Mystic boost, so we get some power back on our specials, which is great. You can see I just block his special attacks. Like, I'm really not worried at all. I think I'm going to push him to an L2 at one point. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, I can totally push him to an L2. It's not a big deal if I do that. I think... Do I go for it here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So here, we're going to bait at the L2, and it's a little scary baiting it, but it's fine. We just block it. You see it does 9,000 damage into our block, and then, boop, we just heal it right back. So, it's no biggie. That regen is just such a powerful ability, man. Absolutely love it. Probably my favorite thing about Sorcerer Supreme is that regeneration ability. Just so powerful. And yeah, I think that was my fastest Magneto kill. We still had 2 minutes on the clock. Yeah, just textbook fight, very easy. You know, like, I think this is my 3rd or 4th time doing it, so I've only gotten more comfortable with the fight. And yeah, there's this alliance war done. So technically another death. It's a timeout. Honestly, not even mad about this one. Super pissed about the first one, but yeah, this one I don't care. And yeah, like I said, we were losing the war by quite a bit. We had 22 deaths, and they ended with 16. They had a way bigger lead as well when we were doing those fights. So yeah, we lost. It's all good though. And yeah, so here's my score now for the season. I'm actually 1st in BG3 for power rating and 3rd overall, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we got 2 deaths. Honestly, like, and the way I try to look at it is that when I died before, you know, that ruined my perfect season, and it was such a stupid and such an easily avoidable death. But now that I died again, I'm like, okay, well, I wouldn't have had a perfect season anyways then. So I try to honestly look at it like that with silver lining, and I'm not mad at all. Honestly, just laugh at it. That's the way some deaths go. Some deaths totally ruin my day, and some just make me laugh. It's all good. It really depends how you die, I think, and the circumstances, and if it's like a super tight war for masters on the line, you know, of course, then you don't want to die. But yeah, that's going to do it for this war, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a thumbs up for the 5-minute timeout. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.